Alright, my beautiful Whites family, sit down, grab your scarf and hold on tight, because what I'm about to tell you will have every single one of you Leeds United supporters either jumping off your seats with excitement or pulling your hair out in pure desperation. You know that feeling when you're walking through the streets of Leeds and something just doesn't feel right? That electricity in the air before a massive thunderstorm hits Elland Road. Well, that's exactly what's happening right now with our beloved Whites. We've got 3 absolutely mind-blowing stories that have just dropped, and each one is more intense than the last. We're talking about a manager who spent over 100 million and is still desperately hunting for more firepower. We've got a Wenger who might be packing his bags for Spain faster than you can say Valencia, and hold on to your hats because we might just be making the most audacious raid on Manchester United that you've ever seen. Listen up, Leeds faithful. If you're not already hitting that like button, you're doing it wrong. Smash that subscribe button because you do not want to miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below telling me which story has got your heart racing the most. The transfer window is about to slam shut. Our season has started with more drama than a Netflix series, and the decisions made in the next few days could define our entire campaign. Are we about to witness the most explosive end to a transfer window in Leeds United history? Let's dive into this absolute madness, starting with the man who's got $100 million burning a hole in his pocket and is still not satisfied. Daniel Farke. There, I said it. The name that's got every White supporter either loving him or losing their minds. This German mastermind has just smashed through the $100 million barrier this summer, bringing in 10 new faces to Elland Road, and guess what? He's still not done. You remember that absolutely brutal 5-0 hammering we took from Arsenal? The one that had us all hiding behind our scarves in pure embarrassment? Well, that wasn't just a bad day at the office. That was a wake-up call that echoed through every corridor at Thorpe Arch. 3 shots. 3 bloody shots in an entire match. The only shot on target came from Pascal Struijk in the 20th minute, and after that, nothing. Zero. Zilch. We generated 0.70 XG while Arsenal were laughing their way to 2.8. ADD 8. But here's where it gets absolutely mental, Leeds family. Instead of panicking, instead of throwing in the towel, Farke looked at that performance and said, you know what? I need 2 more attackers. The man is like a poker player who just lost a massive hand but is doubling down with an even bigger bet. Dan James and Joe Pyro. These guys look like they were playing in quicksand against Arsenal. The step up from Championship to Premier League has hit them harder than a Yorkshire winter. Farke knows it, we know it, and the entire football world knows it. The current attacking trio of James, Pyro, and Willie Gnonto simply isn't cutting it at this level. The latest signing, James Justin from Leicester, has given us defensive depth. But what about the front line? The 49ers ownership group. They promised us investment, they promised us ambition, and now they need to deliver. Farke has identified exactly what we need. More firepower, more pace, more Premier League quality. He's got his eye on players like Lucas Mitchell and Noah Okafor, and he wants them now. But here's the kicker that'll have you on the edge of your seat. The transfer window closes in just days. This isn't a gradual build anymore. This is Farke racing against time to save our Premier League dreams. The pressure is mounting. The clock is ticking, and our German gaffer is feeling the heat. Are we about to witness the most frantic finish to a transfer window in our history? Because what's coming next will blow your mind. Just when you thought Farke's transfer headaches couldn't get any worse, enter Largi Ramazani, the $10 million winger who's become our most expensive bench warmer. This lad has been through more ups and downs than a Leeds United season, and now he's about to head to Spain faster than a holiday jet from Leeds Bradford Airport. Valencia, yes, you heard that right, the Spanish giants have been circling around Ramazani like vultures, and here's where it gets absolutely mental. They were demanding a permanent option, pushing for a buyout clause that would see our $10 million investment walk out of Elland Road forever. But in a shocking twist that nobody saw coming, they've just dropped their demands for a permanent clause. Why? Because they're so desperate to get Ramazani that they're willing to accept a dry loan deal. They want him so badly that Carlos Corberán thinks he can have him ready to face Getafe on Friday. That's how quickly this is all moving. But here's what this really means for us whites. This is exactly the same strategy we used with Mateo Joseph. Remember our Spanish wonder kid who went to Mallorca on loan without a permanent option? We kept all the control, all the power. And now if he tears up La Liga, we can either keep him or sell him for a massive profit. The genius of this move is becoming clear now. Ramazani has been struggling for game time, stuck behind Manor Solomon, who's now back at Tottenham, Dan James, and the surprise return of Jack Harrison from Everton. Add Noah Okafor to the mix, and suddenly Ramazani is fighting for scraps. This loan move isn't just about giving him minutes. It's about Valencia developing our player for free while we retain all the rights. If he explodes in La Liga, if he rediscovers that form that made us pay $10 million for him, then we're sitting on a gold mine. Injuries have plagued his Leeds career, but a fresh start in Spain could be exactly what both player and club need right now. The beauty of this deal is that we're essentially getting a free development program for our asset while clearing wages off our books. It's smart business from a club that needs to be ruthless in the current market, but there's a massive plot twist coming that'll have every Manchester United fan absolutely fuming. Hold on to your seats, Leeds faithful, because what I'm about to tell you will have you either jumping around your living room or calling me absolutely mental. We're preparing to make the most audacious move of the entire transfer window. We want Kobbie Mainoo from Manchester United. Kobbie Mainoo, the 20-year-old English midfielder who was supposed to be the future of Old Trafford. This kid has made 69 appearances for the Red Devils, scored 7 goals, grabbed 2 assists, and now he's fallen out of favor with Ruben Amorim. He hasn't even kicked a ball for United this season. Here's where it gets absolutely insane. Sources close to the club are calling this an ambitious move. We're talking about raiding our biggest rivals, taking one of their most promising talents and bringing him to Elland Road. The last player to make this journey from Old Trafford to LS11, Dan James back in 2021 for $25 million. But the timing couldn't be more perfect. Ethan Ampadu is injured until after the September international break. Ilya Groove got exposed in that Arsenal massacre, and Fark knows he needs more quality in the middle of the park. Mainoo earns $25,000 per week at United, but wanted $150,000 to sign a new contract. That's the kind of wage dispute that creates opportunities. United would be absolutely mad to loan him to a Premier League rival. But here's the thing, if Mainoo gets restless, if he pushes for a move, if he wants to play regular football instead of warming the bench at Old Trafford, then stranger things have happened. Remember, we had earmarked him as a target from the moment we got promoted. The historical connection is there too. Players like Eric Cantona, Joe Rothwell, and Jack Butlin have all worn both shirts. Largi Ramazani himself was at United before, joining us via Almeria. And a pathway exists, the precedent is set, and the opportunity is right there. Can you imagine the scenes? Mainoo pulling on the white shirt, running out at Elland Road, showing United exactly what they're missing. This would be the kind of signing that sends a message to the entire Premier League. Leeds United are back, we're ambitious, and we're not afraid to dream big. The transfer window slams shut in days. Fark needs 2 more attackers, and potentially another midfielder. Ramazani is heading to Valencia, and we might just pull off the transfer coup of the decade with Mainoo. So here's my question for you. White's family, are we about to witness the most explosive end to a transfer window in our history? Will Fark get his attacking reinforcements? Can we really pull off the Mainoo miracle? Smash that like button. Hit subscribe and tell me in the comments, which of these stories has got you most excited, because this is only the beginning. Marching on together.